Hey guys, this is Patty B within the Holler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the Taurus G3C, chambered in 9mm. Yeah, the G3C is a polymer frame striker fired compact pistol designed for the concealed carry market. It's definitely a value option as it can routinely be found for $200, and it does come with 3 magazines. I'd like to give a shout out to my buddy Archer. He let me borrow this pistol for this review. The G3C and the G2C before it, they've been around for years, but I just never got the chance to handle one. So this will be my first run-in with this. It'll be interesting to see how this little thing does. Specs on this: 3.2-inch barrel, weighs 22.5 ounces on my scale, and it feeds from 12-round magazines. And like I said, it comes with 3, which is a pretty good value. Size comparison, if you want to compare it to something, I've got my P365 here with its 12-round magazine, and you can see that they're fairly close. The Taurus is a little bit thicker for sure. Height-wise, they're about the same. The Taurus is just a little bit thicker, but still definitely small enough for concealed carry option. Features on this: you got this nice polymer lower. Now he does have some, I believe, Talon grips, so I'm not sure what the traction on this feels like, but it feels pretty good in your hand. It doesn't feel like it's super cheap, which is always a good thing. Controls on this: it does come with a safety, which is only on one side, which does lock the slide as well as blocking the trigger. Slide stop, slide release. Fairly small, out of the way, which you want on a concealed carry gun. Magazine release, I really like it. It's not too big, but it's not too small. Really easy to get to. You do have a rail out here, single slot, if you want to attach a light or whatever you want. Trigger on this, a little unique, different from most striker fired guns, where it has double strike capability. So it does have quite a bit of take up, which is different than most striker fired guns, but its break, it's not too heavy. There's your reset, fairly short. Definitely not a bad trigger. A little learning curve just because you have so much take up, but yeah, I don't hate it. It's not bad, just gonna be a little bit different. Slide up here, you got a couple little forward serrations and some rear ones, nothing real fancy. Sights on this: it's blacked out rear and a white dot front. More than usable, and they are steel. Take that on this, gonna be very similar to a Glock, so you should be able to know how to take that down. So yeah, I'm gonna go outside, put a couple hundred rounds through this, just enough to get a feel for it, and I'll come in here and give you my thoughts on this thing. Well, hey, it's a beautiful day. Let's go do some shooting. All right, we're back here about 10 yards. I just got some Remington 115 grain full metal jackets. Let's take our first shots with this thing, see how it's hitting for us. All right, first impression for a small pistol, 22.5 ounces, doesn't feel that snappy. Trigger, like I said, it's got that long take up, but it's actually not bad. I'm enjoying shooting this. All right, moved on back. We're between 15, 20 yards. See how kind of hits we can get with this thing. All right. Not to say that, you know, I didn't think this was going to do good, but, you know, being a value, you don't really know. And so far, I'm pretty impressed with this little thing. Didn't know how much I would like it, but I kind of like it. Let's try that 25-yard plate. All right, one whiffer in there, but not too bad, shooting pretty good. All right, let's give that 40-yard plate a shot. All right, back inside from shooting the little Taurus G3C, and yeah, this thing shoots pretty darn good. I was a little surprised, wasn't sure how this was going to go. I've only ever owned a couple Tauruses ever in my life, and both of mine were fine, but I've known several people have had Tauruses and had reliability issues, and certainly plenty of bad you know, reviews on the internet where people say they've had issues. But I think my buddy's probably got 200 rounds through this, and I put 200 rounds through it today. 0 malfunctions. And I guess the biggest thing for me that I found with this, it's a very shootable little pistol. You know, the trigger's not bad. You know, the recoil is, it's not very snappy for something a little on the small side. Just really shootable. Now, you know that I'm sure you can go find plenty of videos where the G3Cs had issues, but you know, if you decided to buy something like this, I would definitely put 400 or 500 rounds through it before I would trust it, because usually when they're bad, you know pretty quick. You can send it back to Taurus. But this thing's got 400 rounds through it, and yeah, shooting pretty good. Pretty impressed. You know, I think that there's clearly, you know, probably higher quality guns out there, but you know, if you have $200 and that's all you got to buy a concealed carry gun, I think this would be a pretty good option. You know, 3 mags and the gun for 200 bucks, really tough to beat. It's a very shootable little pistol, and I was a little surprised by it. So good job, Taurus. Well, there you go, guys. Taurus G3C. Y'all have a nice day.